Hey guys, my name is Kiran Deol. I am a stand-up comedian, so I am constantly looking for ways to fill up the emptiness inside. And I figure what better way to do that than with food and spirituality. Welcome to Soul Food, where the spirit meets the belly. Here in Los Angeles, there is no better place to start than Pico and Robertson, also known as the Kosher Corridor. Now, I grew up in Boca Raton, Florida with lots of friends who are Jewish, but basically my understanding of kosher has always been matzo balls and gefilte fish. I never really knew the specifics or how this culture that's thousands of years old translates into modern day. I'm here at Western Kosher, which is the largest emporium of kosher products on the West Coast.
Michal,
how am I doing?
Michal, you gotta get the ch. Like l'chaim.
You gotta get the ch.
It's the ch.
Okay, so you have a kosher butcher on site. Is it possible for you to take me kind of behind the scenes?
For sure. This is where we butcher all of our meat. I'm gonna give you a coat to wear. This is Moshe Kagan, he's our butcher.
Hi, Moshe, nice to meet you.
I'm always checking out the meat.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
We do not allow protruding hair.
Sounds like a lot of my life, you know?
Protruding hair?
Yeah, that's what it is to be an Indian person.
Remember, we gotta keep this kosher.
Tell me a little bit about what we're looking at.
Almost everything here has been fabricated in this facility. We also keep all the types of meat separate. Lamb and goat, chicken in particular, or poultry is not used on the same equipment. You'll notice all poultry trays are coated yellow. Fish trays are coated blue. What makes the meat kosher? It has to be the right kind of animal. A camel, a hare, a pork is not kosher. Every kosher animal has to have two signs of kosher. Number one sign, a ruminating stomach. Number two sign, it has to have what's called a split hoof, which means lambs, goats, deer, cows, all those animals are designated as kosher animals.
So they're all great to eat, and chickens and fish are also allowed.
Well, that's a different category.
Oh, it's a different category altogether.
Every fish that has a scale also has fins, but not all fish that have fins have scales.
It's so confusing.
No, it's very simple. If a fish has fins and scales, it's kosher.
So that's like a salmon.
Two signs, like a salmon.
But not the
Tilapia.
catfish.
Not a catfish. It has fins but no scales.
You remind me of the professor from Jurassic Park.
I don't know who he was.
He was very good.
The next stage that we have to deal with as far as kosher, it needs particular processing. We can't take an animal and kill it with a stick knife.
You can't stick it, you have to cut.
It has to be a particular cut in a particular place with a particular tool. Why? The reason is because it's supposed to be 100% painless.
So tell me, what does black kosher mean?
To give it to you in a simple language or terminology, we're just going to call it super kosher.
Super kosher.
As opposed to generally kosher.
These are like the superheroes of kosher.
I wouldn't call them word heroes. It's nothing to do with that.
Well, thank you for sharing all your knowledge. Can you tell me where to go find Michael?
I don't know who Michael is.
Michal.
Oh, I think he's out the door, and I'll get him for you
on
the right.
Thank you.
We're standing right here by the meat showcase, actually. This is the longest kosher meat showcase on the West Coast. As you can see, it's pretty empty right now on a Friday afternoon. We got busy earlier today.
Is that because of the Shabbat dinner this evening?
Shabbat is coming, so everybody's shopping. And
what is Shabbat?
Shabbat is Hebrew for Sabbath. It begins sundown Friday, and it ends on sundown Saturday night.
And what does it entail?
So our holy day of Shabbat, basically we do a Thanksgiving-style dinner every Friday night. And that's it. So let me show you quickly around the rest of the store. This is our dairy section. So meat and dairy are kept separately.
And why? Why is that?
That all comes from the Torah, from the Bible. It comes from one phrase which says, don't cook a kid in its mother's milk. So never to cook a baby goat in its mother's milk.
It's all from one phrase?
It's all from one phrase. It was mentioned 3 times in the Torah, and then the entire kosher law comes from that one.
Out of that one thing.
This is our takeout food section.
What do you recommend? What should I try if I'm going to try something?
Well, real Jewish food is chopped liver.
This is going to be my first time eating liver. Yum. Yum.
Doesn't get more Jewish than that. What do you think? Yeah, we get that a lot. Tonight is our Sabbath, it's Shabbat. Why don't you come over for dinner? And then you'll get to experience it live and in color.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be awesome. Can I bring a bottle of wine?
Sure. We have a great wine selection right over here. Come on, follow me.
Great. My favorite. I'm Kiran.
Nice to meet you. I'm Joseph Herzog, part of the Herzog family. We represent 80% of the kosher wine business.
Oh, amazing.
Yep.
So kosher wines, how are they different than regular wines?
Great question. In theory, basically, they're not. They're made the same way. People think about kosher wine as being sweet, syrupy, manischewitz. It's not true any longer. Wherever great wine is produced, our philosophy is we go and produce great kosher wine over there.
Absolute finest, best wines. I buy nothing but that.
But tell me, is wine still, when you drink wine today, is it still sweet, syrupy wines, or is it great high-end wines?
It's high-end.
That's it.
This
The
looks
sweet
like it
is a
was
thing of the
planted.
past. No, it wasn't planted. The rabbi just walked
He
in.
doesn't come around enough. It's absolutely magnificent wine.
Rabbi, don't worry. If I don't come to you, I don't go anywhere else.
Does he really know what he's talking about with the wine?
We're the only religion that we're required to drink.
Yeah.
From Sabbath, commandment, we are required
That's
to drink.
your
Everything is
thing.
over a cup of wine and we drink.
Yeah.
A wedding, every ceremony, everything is done over a glass of wine.
Which one would you recommend that I take for a Shabbat dinner?
I would definitely go, it's either going to be a dry white or more prefer a dry red. Great bottle over here from Spain. There's the wine stock over here if you want something that's slightly different. Herzog Alexander Valley, great bottle of wine. And then Israeli wine, of course.
So much wine, so little time.